Greetings, everybody. Um, Today we are going to learn about functions. So today we're going to start with the anatomy of a function. I'm going to be sharing a slide quickly so that we look at the anatomy of a function. So basically, a function out basic programs that we have in that help us to do a repeated number of steps, bundle it together without having to repeat ourselves. So when you're looking at a function, the first position here has to do with the return type, then the function name. This point you have something called parameters. Let me put it there. It's called parameters. And what parameters are basically are data types that we need to perform the operation we want to perform inside the function. I'm going to be naming here parameters. Parameters. Yeah. Okay. I think that's good enough. So we'll have any parameters. So first start, I'll be sharing between the code and the slide so that it definitely makes sense to us. So we'll first start with a function with no return type. Basically, a function with no return type in that start with void. So let me say this function, I want to say hello. So if you look here, a function with no return type and no parameter. No return type and no parameter. So I'm going to be placing this side by side so that we can appreciate. We can appreciate this. Okay. Looking at this here, we have a return type. Return type. So whenever the return type is void, what it implies is that there will be no return keyword here. There will be no return keyword. So I can basically say no return type. That means void. The return type is void, meaning there's no return type. So I can basically say print hi everyone. Then I close it. I'm going to save it now and I'll run it. Of course, it's not going to show me anything because I didn't call it inside the main function void. So to see it run, I'm going to say hello. Say hello. Yes. Save it. Let's run it. Hi everyone. So we're done with the first function. The second type of function we're looking at is function that has a void return type, which means no return keyword, and at the same time it has a parameter. So I want to say greetings to a particular person. So the name of my function is greetings string, then name. So I have a particular person in mind. So I'll say print greetings. I'll now use dollars name to get the value. So I want to run it here. Then I call up the function greetings and I put the name of the person I want to say greetings to, Emeka. Then I close it. Then I save it. Let's run it and see what happens. Greetings, Emeka, because now I want to greet a particular person. If you look critically, you see there is a parameter here. Let's go back to our slide. Let's go back to our slide. Just give me a second. So looking at the parameters here, if you look here, you see data type. Let me expand it. Data type can be integer, it can be string, it can be boolean, whatever. It can be a list. So there's a parameter now. It can be one parameter. This dot means that it can be many parameters. So let's get back to our function. Let's go to our code. So we have greeting string name. So here we have parameters. Remember the second one with no return type. Let me put in bracket. Whenever there is no return type, just know that it uses the keyword void. No return type and has a parameter. Okay. So whenever there is no return type, use keyword void. Alright. So the next type of function we are going to look at is a function with a return type. Yes, a function with a return type. So since this function is going to have a return type, that means it's no longer going to be void. So I'm going to do additional to numbers. Yes, I want to do additional to numbers. It's wrong. Let me just use the word add. Okay, the first parameter is A, second parameter is B. Now it's giving me error. Why is it giving me error? The body might complete number causing not to be returned, but the return type isn't. So it requires a return type. So how do you ensure that a function that has a type, that has a return type, is not void? You add a return keyword. Yes, you add a return keyword here. So I will not do the operation that I want to perform. So let's get back to slide so I can explain this. When a function has a return type, it's accompanied by the return keyword here. You add a return keyword here. So whenever the return type is not void, let's use int here. We can identify function the return type. When it's not void, I can say here add. Here, for me to perform this expression here, I can simply remove this quote. Okay, I remove this one. I just simply say A plus B. Now I have to remove this too because I'm no longer inside string. A plus B. Look very carefully what happened here. The return type is no longer void, which is synonymous to saying no return type. Return type here is int, so it needs a return keyword. Okay, let's see what happens. And I call up the add this function. I put in the two figures I want to add, 10 plus 10 and 5. This can be called upon, but we need to print it. What happens there is that a function with a return keyword can be added to a variable. Yes, it can be added to a variable. A function with a void type of return keyword, when added to a variable, let's see what happens. We'll add it to a variable. Say hi. Gives an error because that's not return type. It has nothing to return. So we don't add functions with void type to a variable, but this we can add it to a variable. Then we can comfortably print. Okay, the sum of two numbers is $sign. I get the value sum. Okay, let's close it with a semicolon. Remember to save and run. The sum of two numbers is 15 and 5. So we've done function with return type and a parameter and parameters. Okay, let's make this plural parameter. You can have one, you can have more. So now we want to look at functions with named parameter. What do I mean by functions with named parameter? That's interesting. Remember, this function is going to have a return type, then it's going to have a name parameter. Okay, what do I want to say? Okay, I want to say I want to greet a particular person. Yeah, I want to greet a particular person. So I go ahead and say I want to say good morning to a group of people. Good morning to a group of people. So now, because it's name parameter, I can specify the value inside here, name. So I say Amaka. Yeah. Then I say greet. This I want to greet. String greet. Then I give a value again. Greet. Money. Great. Because this function has a return type, which is a string, it is not void, then I'm going to say return name, comma, greet. Oh, there's an error here, yes. They have to be close together. $sign, greet. Then I'll close it. String, greet. Then I assign the value of the function, good morning. Okay, look here. This is very interesting. I'm going to save and run. Let's see what it's going to give us. Oh, I didn't print. Print. So I'll just say greet. Yes. Whenever it's inside double quote, now I always remember to put your $sign. Okay. Let's run it. Amaka morning. Interesting. Now, it has a default value of Amaka running because I assign it here. It's named. The parameters are already been given a value. That's why it's called name parameter. I can change this. I can change the name of the person I want to greet. I say name, John. Pay close attention. Look at how it is here. I'm using a colon here, I'm not using a bold. So let's run it and see what happens. John, morning. The default value of greet is still morning. If we decide to change the default value to afternoon, yes, greet afternoon. Okay, let's run it and see. John, afternoon. Here you have it. So what next we have here, function with name parameter and the required keyword. So I'm going to do something similar. I'll just okay, let's just string print details. Okay, now because it's going to be a name parameter with the required keyword, I'm going to do something here. String main equals to John. Yeah, just pay close attention. Int age equals to 25 because the name parameter. Then we have the next one int okay, nationality, string nationality. I'm going to say I'm going to delete the value of Nigerian. Okay, so we're going to return close it, $sign name, $sign age, and $sign nationality. Okay, looking at this very carefully, we have name, we have age, then we have nationality. What I said with required. What this required does here, it helps me not give any particular name to this particular person, and I add the keyword just required here. So let's see how it goes. It has a return type, so I have to add something here. Details, string details equal to, I'll give it the name print details. Yes, print details. Because I added the required keyword here, it is demanding that I give the name. Of course, here there was no required keyword, so I can comfortably remove this and it's fine with it. But because I added required keyword here, I have to put a name. Yes, I have to put a name. What name are we going to use here? Let's use Ikechukwu. Yeah. So let's see what happens. Of course, again, we didn't print it. Print $sign details. Then we close it. Let's run it. Ikechukwu 25 Nigerian. So we can make it more interesting by coming here to write name, Yes, name, age, nationality. Nationality. Okay, it's looking more interesting here. So let's run it. Name, age, nationality, Nigeria. So one other thing I want to talk about is before I close it there, functions with optional return type. Yes, optional return type. So I'm going to copy this code and explain it in a bit. Let's take it to the main function. Optional return type. So let's put it here. So let's look at this um, line of code and try to figure out what's the difference. When you want a situation where even if you don't have a value, it still goes ahead to print something, we use square brackets. Yes, and this equals to sign. What it means is null. It means it can be null. When you have a situation where you still want the function to run without adding any value, if you notice here, there is a parameter, and you want a situation for it to run even when there is no value added here. That's when we use this, or intended value we want to add is not there. You look, there's if else statement. So let's run this code and see. If message is not equal to null, that is, if there's actually something inside the message, it's going to print. Else, it should just print a default message. So let's put this to test. So what's the name of the function? We have the name of the function as print message. So remember, this is a void type of function. It doesn't have a return keyword. So print what's the name of the function again? Void print message. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Print message. Sorry about that. Print message. Okay, we'll have this function. What optional parameter helps us do is that there's no value inside here, just like the other one that has not required to, and it's still going to run. Let's run it and see. Default value. Now let's add a value to it and see. Did I save it? No, I didn't. Okay. See, default message, because I didn't add a value. This gives me an option of not adding a value. A square bracket. Okay, now let me add a value. Print message. Hello everyone. Let's run it and see. Hello everyone. So thank you. We come to the end of this video, and let's wait for the next video. It's going to be quite interesting and informative. So thank you so much for being part of this channel. Don't forget to subscribe, like, make comments. I really appreciate your support.